process called mining and is described later. What is the point of Bitcoin? The purpose of Bitcoin is described in a short document written by a pseudonymous Satoshi Nakamoto, published in October 2008. The abstract says, a purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payments to be sent directly, without going through a financial institution. We propose a solution, using a peer-to-peer network. It sets out the purpose of Bitcoin and how Bitcoin derives both value and utility. As popularized by cryptocurrency industry commentator Tim Swanson, Bitcoin is designed as censorship-resistant digital cash. How does Bitcoin work? The Bitcoin blockchain is managed by about 10,000 computers. The most used software is called Bitcoin Core, and the source code to this software is published on GitHub. This software contains the full range of functionalities needed for the network to exist. It can perform the following tasks: connect with other participants in the Bitcoin network, download the blockchain from other participants, store the blockchain, listen for new transactions, validate those transactions, store those transactions, relay valid transactions to other nodes, listen for new blocks, validate those blocks, store those blocks as part of its blockchain, relay valid blocks, create new blocks, mine new blocks, manage addresses, create and send transactions. However, in practice, the software is usually only used for its bookkeeping function, as explained in this section. Bitcoin, an electronic payment system without a financial institution. If parties need to identify themselves, they lose privacy and are vulnerable to interference, coercion, prison, or worse. Every single part of the solution needs to work with these constraints in mind. The solution starts with a classic centralized model and then tries to decentralize it, building the design of Bitcoin step by step. Classic centralized model. Let's start with a list of 2 columns. Account and balance, managed by an administrator. The administrator assigns account numbers to customers who make payments by instructing the administrator. Each customer is named and, for security, has a password linked to their account. The administrator maintains the central record of balances and makes all payments. They also ensure no one spends money they don't have. But if we want anyone to transact with anyone else without censorship, we need to remove the administrator, starting with anyone being able to open an account without needing permission from the administrator. Problems and solutions. Problem: accounts need permission. The administrator's job is to assign you an unused account number, then set you up with a username and password so that the administrator knows you are making the request. The administrator grants permission to open the account and may refuse that permission. At that point, you have a point of third-party control. Is there a way you can open an account without having to ask permission? Well, cryptography provides a solution. Solution: use public keys as account numbers. Instead of names or account numbers and passwords, why not use addresses as account numbers and digital signatures instead of passwords? Addresses are mathematically derived from public keys. By using addresses as account numbers, anyone can create an account with their computer. You can tell the world this Bitcoin address to allow people to pay to it. No one can spend anything from it unless they have the private key, which only you have. Could someone else already be using an address that you randomly picked? Possible, but unlikely. Bitcoin's scheme uses a random number between 0 and 115-792, 089, 237, 316, 195, 423, 570, 985, 008, 687, 90.